Good morning and welcome to Wednesday Workshops with Whitney. I'll be your host, Whitney. On today's episode, we'll be talking about ways to relax your mind and body amid chaos. We found this article on the Oprah website, and it seems really relevant to what's going on in today's world. And after we read that article, I'm going to walk us through a diaphragmatic breathing exercise. And don't forget to tune in to next week's episode of Wednesday Workshops with Whitney that we're going to be having from 2:30 to 3:15 p.m. So we're changing time, hoping that we'll get more residents to view and participate in our episodes. And next week's episode is going to be on why putting yourself first improves your happiness and productivity. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Okay, so I'm going to read this article on easy ways to relax your mind and body, and you can think about maybe questions or comments you may have that you can comment on the video after, or send me an email or text message. So, okay, easy ways to relax your mind and body. Expert-approved ways to find peace amid the chaos by Samantha Vincenti on Oprah.com. Between commitments to work, family, and friends, the round-the-clock demands on our time can feel relentless. In fact, American culture seems to prize being overbooked and exhausted to the point that it's become a status symbol to not practice self-care. No wonder figure out how to relax and be happy is often the last bullet point on our never-ending to-do list. It's all too easy to keep chugging along until you're suddenly in deep need of stress relief. Your muscles are begging for a massage, your brain is fried, and to quote the wise Shakira, you're starting to feel just a little abused like a coffee machine in an office. As wonderful as wellness retreat or a resort getaway sounds, most of us can rarely find the money and time off required to do it. And even if you're working from home, it can be challenging to set boundaries and sign off for some quality me time. But there's no reason to give your anxiety full reign over your brain. Making small lifestyle changes and adding a few new habits can help you find some inner peace and relaxation. Whether you've got a day, an hour, or just a few minutes. Here are our best expert-approved tips on how to relax your mind and body before bed or right now this minute using some tried and true methods. Accepting that you deserve to unwind is the first step. The biggest barrier most people face when it comes to relaxing is their mindset about what relaxation really is, says Lisa Kaplan, psychologist and women's empowerment coach. Making time to chill out can be especially challenging for women, according to Kaplan, because they often have so many things on their plates, including the emotional labor of running a home. A woman will sit down to relax and her mind will be spinning about all the things that need to be done. If she believes she can't relax until it's all complete, she never will. It can be very challenging sometimes before you go to bed because your mind starts spinning about what you didn't get done that day and all the things you needed to get done tomorrow. So it is very important to understand and be able to relax. In case you need a reminder, the world won't end if you do pause once in a while, and your body has ways of letting you know it's actually a need, not a luxury. Kaplan says the true key is developing a mindset of, I can relax whenever and however I choose. Then comes getting present in the moment and choosing one's form of relaxation. So that's the first step. Don't forget to breathe. Meditation really works. So much of our day is spent in anxiety producing thoughts, either relieving that horrible conversation you already had or fantasizing about how you're going to get your way in the future, says Lodro Rinzler, author and co-founder of MNDFL Meditation Centers in New York City. Mindfulness invites us to rest in what is happening right now. We can relax the body and mind to the extent we realize that in this moment, we are basically okay. To those who are new to meditation, Rinzler suggests practicing a simple 10-minute exercise, just breathe. Sit in a relaxed but uplifted posture, extending upward through the spine. Rest your hands on your lap to offer extra back support. Tuck in the chin slightly and relax the muscles in your face. Then simply tune into the natural flow of the body breathing. If you find your mind wandering, that doesn't mean you're bad at meditating. Simply acknowledge you drifted off, which happens to everyone, and bring your focus back to the breath. It's not about perfection, Rinzler says, but practice how to stay present. The more we do that on the meditation seat, the more we'll be able to notice when we're triggered by stress and instead choose to relax into whatever is currently occurring, be it a meal, a walk, in a much more thoughtful way. If you'd like more guidance as you begin to practice mindfulness, help is just a download away. Check out oprahmag.com's list of best meditation apps out there right now, including one of Rinzler's favorites, 10% Happier, which offers one-off sessions, full courses, and coach you can chat with. Okay. So that's one way to relax your mind and body is meditation and mindfulness, which I like because we do that during the end part of every episode. So this is number 2. Even a short yoga session will relax your body and mind. Yoga is thought to help with everything from digestion to addiction recovery. And taking a class or just breathing through some poses for a few minutes can put you in a more relaxed mood. Any amount of practice will make a difference, says Carrie Gans, registered dietitian, nutritionist, and yoga instructor. The last thing you want to do is stress about how often you're going. Gaines recommends trying different styles of yoga, as well as various instructors until you find the one that works for you. Look to high-rated YouTube channels or apps like 5-Minute Yoga. That's exactly what I was going to say was YouTube is great because you can just type in yoga for beginners. Something I started doing as much as I can, trying for every day or maybe 5 days a week, is Zumba. So I searched in Zumba and a bunch came up. What I found is Zumba with Sulu. It's Sulu, and he's an instructor and he has some great videos. And most of them are 20, 25 minutes. And to be honest, I just do about 10 or 15 minutes. And I can tell you that it relaxes my mind and my body. I don't feel so stiff. And I'm proud of myself because I feel like I was active, even if it's just a couple minutes. Okay, so yoga is number 2, or Zumba, or something else. Number 3, spend time in nature. In moments of uncertainty, just focusing on the stillness of a tree or the intricacy of a leaf can help center me in the wholeness of all things. Oprah wrote in February 2017 issue of O, the Oprah magazine. Research backs the restorative power of spending time in nature. One such study from the University of British Columbia, published in the Journal of Positive Psychology in 2016, compared the reported emotions of those who observed and photographed nature for 2 weeks to those who did the same with human-built objects. The researchers found that people who spent time observing nature reported a significantly higher general sense of connectedness to other people, to nature, and to life as whole than those who didn't. That's really interesting. And I didn't even think about that because being outside in nature, sometimes you do see people. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we see people and we're like, how can I get away from them? But if you just go outside, you can walk away from people, but you still feel connected just by seeing someone. And then nature is alive all around us. So it does make sense that going out and viewing nature versus viewing like a lamp or even a computer, because it's man-made, you're not going to feel that connectiveness in the way you do around living things. And you don't need to isolate yourself for a week on Walden Pond for nature to work its magic on you either. This wasn't about spending hours outdoors or going for long walks in the wilderness. Lead researcher Holly Ann Passmore told UBC News, this is about a tree at a bus stop in the middle of the city and positive effect that one tree can have on people. Okay. And another way to relax your mind and body is to eat your way to less stress. That sounds interesting. We'll see. Opening a bottle of Merlot is a popular way to loosen up, but a longer term strategy starts with your plate, not your wine glass. The first step for combating stress is to make sure you're consuming a well-balanced diet. Gann says, complex carbohydrates such as oatmeal, barley, and whole wheat pasta, and foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3s, and B vitamins have been shown to positively have a calming effect, or to possibly have a calming effect. I like oatmeal because it's filling. I like cereal too, but I don't find that it fills me up for as long. Okay, so then after talking about the ways to relax your mind and body, once you've identified your go-to relaxation techniques, honor yourself by actually doing them. We can sit here and discuss all the things that we can do to relax ourselves, but that's not actually doing them. Whether it's a walk in the park, a luxurious bath with a book and a beverage, a little self-love, or rewatching your favorite rom-coms, it's all about scheduling an unbreakable appointment with yourself. I tell women to look for small opportunities for relaxation. 15 minutes at lunch, an hour before bedtime, a few hours on the weekend, Kaplan says. It's the pay ourselves first concept. If we relax and take care of ourselves first, the rest will come easily and fall into place. If not, we won't show up the way we want to, and we will never feel rested. Okay, so that's the end of the article. I'm curious to see what people think. I think it actually seemed to be a great article. I think that during Wednesdays with Whitney, I enjoy giving you all coping skills because, in my opinion, life is all about coping with what happens. And 2020 was a very difficult year. 2021, we'll see how it goes. But I think that you can never have enough coping skills. And talking about them versus doing them is different, but talking about them at least gets your mindset toward making goals to actually complete these coping skills or these self-love times. Okay. And next, I am going to read our script for diaphragmatic breathing exercise. And I found this in Mindful Sport Performance Enhancement Mental Training for Athletes and Coaches. And it was written by Kaufman, Glass, and Pinu in 2018. Okay. To begin, sit up tall with your seat planted firmly on the ground. And imagine each of your vertebrae stacked one on top of the other, all the way up your spine, with your head resting comfortably atop your shoulders. You can close your eyes if you like, or if you prefer, you can leave them open slightly, allowing your gaze to rest unfocused on a spot on the floor a few feet in front of you. Many of us develop the habit of breathing into our chest and tightening our abdomen as we move through the busyness of our lives, so it may take a few moments to find a comfortable rhythm of belly breathing. Place one of your hands palm open, flat against the belly, just above the belly button. Place the other flat open hand against your chest. I guess it would be like this. Allow the muscles in your abdomen to relax, letting your stomach expand and deflate as you breathe down into your belly. Breathing in, pull the breath all the way down to your abdomen, allowing it to expand. As you continue breathing this way, see if you can notice your chest standing still and your abdomen expanding and collapsing. Feel your hand rising and falling with the rhythm of your breathing, and see if you can intentionally take in more air with each in-breath, intentionally exhaling more with each exhale. Notice any changes that occur by breathing this way. You can leave your hand on your belly as long as you like, or when you feel at ease, maintaining a gentle awareness of the breath traveling down into your belly. You can place your hand wherever feels right for you. I find it helpful if, when you're breathing in, you imagine the breath moving down to your belly. Now, take one more deep, full inhalation, and then imagine that your belly button is trying to reach all the way back to your spine as you slowly and completely exhale. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and return your attention to the world around you. Okay, so that was a cool breathing exercise, one that we haven't done. So I think that was interesting. So that is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for viewing. And please come next Wednesday, which is going to be the 13th at 2:30 p.m., so that we can discuss why putting yourself first improves your happiness and productivity. I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right. Bye-bye.